Hey, so this is Ibex. I wanted to make a quick video. We've got seasonal open, a lot of new changes that come through. Some people are really unhappy about some of them, and some people, actually, if anyone's happy about the changes from the past couple days, they're pretty quiet. I think most people are frustrated for one reason or another, but I guess I'm one of the quiet ones because I'm actually kind of excited about some of the changes. The big one is that Tower on Seasonal is closed until you turn level 200. It's annoying because it's a fun game mode, but the reason is because you get so many rewards that it influences all the other competitions. Like if someone wants to go for Trial of Champions, you have to build a Tower team. If you want to go for Marauder ranking, you're going to need a tower team to build to get all those, because you get tons of Prophet Orbs, tons of Heroic Scrolls, tons of branches, and so it just opens up all the different teams that you can build. You can build a lot, and it just gives you a huge advantage. And same for Broken Spaces. So they've created this wall that you can't get there until level 200, which means that no one's going to be entering Tower until day 14. What will happen if someone joins, a new player joins at the end of the season? They said that they can probably patch it so that after day 14, anyone can enter, even if you're level 1. So the whole idea is to make it so that up until mid-season, for this season, they're going to fix it later, I'm sure, but for this season, they've just done a kind of a sweeping change and made it so you can't enter Tower over here until halfway through. But that's just one of the changes. There's another change I really love. So I'm switching over to my S1 account. The stones now, if you refresh a stone that's maxed out, if you convert a stone that's maxed out, it doesn't cost anything. It costs 1 gold and 1 dust, which is a really nice change. If you have a lower level stone, it's quite expensive. This adds up, 3 million gold per conversion. So that's really nice. Food bag is also really great. The food bag, this is maybe the best change of all. So, unofficially, of course, you've got your hero bag. You got 600 slots or whatever at the upper end. But on private server, we also have a food bag, which clears out your hero bag, so you can continue summoning as much as you want. So we now have. It used to be this button over here, this little arrow. I guess they left it in, but now you have 2 different ways of doing it. You can hit 9, which moves all of the 9-star and below heroes into this bag, which I don't like doing because I like to keep some heroes in this bag. So I like to have all my 5 stars in it, but now I can clear out all these 3 stars. So if I press the 4-star button, it'll do 4 stars and below. Do all the level 1 4 stars and below. And now I've got, you can see it dropped to 283. All my 3 stars are gone, except for these ones that I leveled up. So that's really great. The casino odds were changed, so now you've got much better chances of getting a rare hero and much better chances of getting a light dark hero from refresh. That's a common. Let's see what happens. Common. Oh no, come on, give me a rare. There's a rare. Cruz is rare. Kareem is common. But there we go, LD. But honestly, I usually try to just get the max. Whoa, I got it on the first try. That's awesome. Look at that. I usually go for resources, so I try to get the highest gold. Like 610k gold is the highest I can get right now. It's based off of your level, so I can either get 610k or 400k or 200k. It goes in multiples of 3 right now, so I'll leave it on this one because I like the gold. Like being on the upper end of gold. And then these were also the super wheel was refreshed, so that 1 and 9 I think will be a light dark hero, GVE hero, so that's great. And all of them are so it's all rares now, or a 10% chance to get GVE. So that's actually really great. What else has changed? What's the other change that everyone was unhappy about? Oh yeah, some of the hero changes. So Mim, this passive has for so long, this last passive has been when any hero dies, all enemies take 200 damage. And now they've kind of took these two last passives and turned them into something. It's pretty strong, but it's not that fun pop off of damage where the whole team explodes when one hero dies. Because it used to be, if one hero dies, it'd deal 200 damage to all enemies, which would cause another enemy to die, and then just have this cascading nuclear reaction where the entire team dies. And now, instead, whenever an ally uses active, all enemies take 200 burning damage. So you can imagine if you have a full team of heroes, that's quite a bit of damage if you can get every single one of them to fire an active. And then, if you have Delacium, you can get 3 more actives in one round, potentially with carry and that kind of stuff. Energy gain. There's definitely going to be some teams that use Mim. But a lot of people are unhappy because they built Mim teams around thinking, they were going to use this old Shadowfishing ability, but it's been changed. So, and then he also got buffed. His active got buffed quite a bit. So it used to be just targets one hero. Now he targets 2 heroes, dealing each of them 400% of his attack. That's quite a bit. The other big buff, there's Gurki. So a lot of people know Gustin, right? Gustin, who's this guy? We added this ability where on private server where all allies get totem. I think that maybe I don't know if that's actually official or not. What do they have on official? I don't even know. I don't remember what Gustin does on official, but this totem has been really cool because it allows your team to survive against burst damage. So if your hero dies, instead of if he takes fatal damage, instead of dying, that hero will heal for 20%. So it gives it to all the members of your team. And what happened last week is that a couple days ago, is we added totem to several heroes. So no matter what class of hero you're in, you've got a totem. So no matter what aura you build, you can have totem. So you've got Gurki has totem, you've got Rosa has totem, and you've got Emily has totem. Here's Rosa. Where is he? Handsome band. Rosa. Which one is it? Rosa's shield curse is now totem. He still has his DR boost at the end or when he loses HP. And then Emily, we replaced that weird silence ability with totem. Emily got a huge buff. So Emily and Gurki just got, in my mind, the biggest buffs. Her active now hits all enemies. It used to only hit 2 enemies. Decreases attack, decreases damage over time, boosts critical chance, boosts critical damage, your whole team. It used to be a speed buff, but it got nerfed, and it just, or her speed got nerfed, and it didn't work. She was either too strong or too weak. So now she's got this huge buff. Her basic also reduces crit chance, and you combine that with some of those dot enables, or the what's the other one? The battle. I think battle advantage, or honest heart. Combine those two, and she can really take down a team's crit. And then of course totem. So and then Gurki. Oh man, Gurki over here. He got his active stayed the same, so he still boosts your whole team holy damage when he gets an active off. And he's got the totem now, right? And then stats are the same. This self cure got a big buff. It now increases energy by 25 whenever he takes damage. And all allies increase holy damage by 5. So every time he gets hit, if he gets hit by 6 enemies, he gets a 30% holy damage boost, And then he actives, that's another 35% holy damage boost. And since he's increasing energy each time he gets hit, he's going to act. He could potentially active every turn. So it can turn into a really big damage boost for your team. And it's now very effective for PvP as well as PvE. So he's going to be very good in both game modes. And potentially it really reduces the need to go double Gurky in my mind for PvE, for bosses. But I guess we'll see how that ends up working out. What else we got? So Faithblade got a big buff. Damage-wise, he now hits 3 instead of 2. This is the same, I think, or it may have gotten a little bit of a buff right here. Yeah, I think it was 75, and now it's 100. When an enemy dies, increasing energy is what he used to have, but he now also heals for a big chunk. It says 30% of target's total health. He is the target, so he heals for 30% of his total HP every time an enemy dies. Does that mean you want to build him for HP? No. You still probably want to build him for crit, but you might consider building him for holy damage, since that gives you an HP boost. But I would imagine it's best to build him for crit. And then he no longer, little nerf, he no longer gets plus 100% attack on his first active, but still immune to stun. Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of Faithblade doing this seasonal and in Arena on S1. What else we got? We got some... Melassa was nerfed a little bit. Her last passive is still very strong, immensely strong. Or not her last passive, but this passive. Whenever an ally crits, 3 random enemies take 200% poison damage. So it's similar to Mim, but you got to keep in mind she's got this plus 80% damage if target is poisoned. So if you can apply some poison to all the enemies and then start critting on them, she'll do a lot of damage. So a lot of people are going to build the fastest hero class and put just speed artifacts on them. Build them for speed, or build them for crit speed, and use her her passive to put out a lot of damage. Let's see what else we got. Mikey got a big buff. I still think you're not going to see a lot of people rushing to build Mikey, but it is a big buff. I think this is best. This is just really great for anyone that already built Gurky on S1. So her last passive now boosts energy by 35. It used to be 50 though, but now it's not contingent on her blocking. So whenever she takes damage from a basic or an active attack, she's going to boost her energy by 35 and increase critical damage by 10%. So you can imagine you put her front line, you put Amun-Ra to cleanse any CC that ends up on her, and she's going to put out a ton of damage by taking hits, and then her active's very strong. So yeah, I think I'd like to see some more people using Mikey. And then Odie 1 got a little nerf. Odie 1, where are you, Odie? So Odie is one of the 5 speed heroes, the 5 anti-class, very fast speed. They're called anti-class heroes, like, you know, they're the fastest. They're the fastest class, 262 speed at 10 star. There's 5 heroes that have this, and each of them CCs a different class. So Odie 1 CCs Priest. It used to be 3 rounds if the target is a priest, and now it's 2 rounds. So it's a little nerf, which indirectly gives Amun-Ra a buff, because Amun-Ra it used to be that basically Odie 1 could keep her stunned because of the 3 rounds, and now OD1 can't keep her stunned as well. But she did get a little nerf. She no longer has healing curse. She instead has reduces healing taken by 50%. So basically, it used to be 100%. Essentially, it used to completely remove healing for I think it was 3 heroes though. So it's kind of a nerf, kind of a buff. Now it's all enemies. And it used to be 3. I think I got it wrong on my card. I'll need to go check that. I think I had it as 3 enemies. So it's giving decreasing healing taken by 50% for all enemies. And then of course the first ally gains 100% Guardian Shadow is so useful for PvP because basically it gives that person 100% control immune, but maybe more importantly, it removes all control effects. So you put your damage dealer in the first position, and then you put Amon-Ra anywhere, and her active will remove any CC that's on them. So sometimes, last season I built Amon-Ra to be just faster than my front hero. It worked really well because she also was completely immune because it was a shimmer. I don't want to get into that. What's important is that tower now requires 200 and everyone's mad. Is the game ruined? I don't think so. I think it's still going to be a lot of fun. I think people are going to end up just exploding on day 14, day 15 when we all hit 200. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I guess there's a couple more changes. Did I get through? Oh, Sleepless. I didn't even talk about Sleepless. Sleepless changed from marks, dealing mark damage to dealing bleed damage, and really it's the same thing. They function the same, but now there's maybe some more benefits to. You can have some. There's some heroes that boost bleed damage. I think it's Faceless that boosts bleed damage. And then the one I'd say the big change for Sleepless is that he now increases energy by 25 when he takes damage. So similar to Mikey or similar to Gurky, we've got some more heroes boosting energy. So I think you take this and you combine this with what's happening with Mim, where when an ally uses active, you've got more heroes doing actives each round. There's some interesting hero compositions that I hope we'll see. Any other changes? There's artifact changes. I won't get into those, but some people are unhappy about them, some people are happy about them. I'm personally happy because we didn't have any speed artifacts for these orange. How do I click on it? Orange exclusive artifacts. We didn't have any speed ones, so now we've got 2. We've got this one used to be an energy artifact and now it's speed, and then this one used to be an energy artifact and now it's speed. And some people are unhappy because especially this one was useful for PvE bosses, but it's one of those things where now everyone, since no one really has an advantage because it was useful for everyone for PvE damage. So some people are a little unhappy because they may have spent relics on it though, so I understand that sucks to see these changes, but in the other hand, if you don't have changes, the game gets stale. So I think no one's calling it stale right now, which is always great. What else has changed? I think that's it. I hope a lot of people play this season and don't mind the tower getting blocked off. I know it's made a lot of people happy. My understanding is that next season it will not do the same thing. The tower, this was just a one season deal where they're trying out removing tower for the first half of the season to see how it plays out. So next season we'll have a different solution, hopefully, but Sorry this video went on forever. I know I've had a lot of people asking me to make videos, so I'm trying this out. Hope everyone has a good week, and I'll see you later.